Hello and welcome to the Federal. They say best things in life are made with love. And here's the proof. Shweta Garapati is the co-founder of the Old Madras Baking Company, an artisanal bakery she's been running with passion for 11 years. But Shweta doesn't stop with baking. Through Josepha, she has been empowering women in rural Andhra Pradesh, creating a meaningful change. She is a change maker, an entrepreneur, and someone who rises to every occasion. Come, let's have a conversation with her and know more about her entrepreneur journey. So, Shweta, all great stories have a beginning. So, take us back where it all started. What was the one spark that made you say, yes, this is it, I'm going to start the Old Madras Baking Company?
So to be honest, the spark was my dad's. So he's been in the East industry, and I just happened to move back to India and said I want to do something with women and some in along those lines. So he said, let's open this one bakery. There's with the concept of making all natural, preservative-free bread accessible to everyone. So we opened our first outlet in Alvarpet and in Chennai, and it became I think then it became an exciting opportunity for me because I realized there's so much to learn, and started enjoying what I'm doing and became really passionate about serving good food in a meaningful way to people. So that's how this journey began.
Okay. So, Old Madras, such an evocative name, and it takes us all to some place. So, tell us a story behind the name.
So that's exactly what we want people to feel. I think so. The idea for Old Madras Baking Company really came from a modern take on an Iyengar bakery. So like how in Chennai everyone goes and picks up their daily bread from an Iyengar bakery. We wanted to do a modern take on that. And when we heard the name Old Madras Baking Company, that immediately invoked that feeling of nostalgia with a modern outlook. So it felt perfect, and it's been a great journey with that name for us so far.
Okay, so since we are near all your products here, so if there is one product that you want to say this is your brand, which would you say? Or let's make it personal. Is there any secret pick of yours?
So it's very hard to pick one product because I really love everything we put out there. But I think I'm most proud of our whole wheat bread and cereal bread, because at the time that we did come out with those products, it was very hard to make 100% atta bread. So we were one of the first few to really be able to do that and make it tasty also. So I'm very proud of that product because they're 100% atta, no maida, no percentage of maida at all is added to that. And another favorite is the coconut bun. I think that happened by chance. So our family friends wanted to asked us if we can make a bun with coconut filling, and we made it just as a sample for him. But it somehow has taken off so well, and it's a very well appreciated product.
Okay, so I have a delicious question. So, is there any smell or scent from your childhood that can remember that you remember and that has made you love baking?
Yeah. So I love good food. I think that's been the driver for us to really, we're very particular of ensuring that the food tastes good. It has to be healthy, it has to be follow all our standards, but taste is the most important thing at the end of the day.
So, Shweta, the culinary world is really interesting because every day we eat food made by women in the family. But when it comes to the outer world where we are celebrating chefs and culinary experts, it's often men. So, when you stepped into the space, did you feel intimidating or did you feel the contrast or did it fuel you like, okay, I want to be here and make the change?
I think 100% it's a dichotomy, because at home you see most of the people in the kitchen are the women, but outside in the world it's mostly men. But I think that is slowly changing now, which is a great change to see. I think especially in my 11 years, I've seen a lot more women stepping into that role. I think traditionally, because of the operational intensity of the F&B industry, women didn't prefer this role, but now that is changing, and I'm so exciting to see that change, because I feel like a touch of a woman in a kitchen really shows, with a lot of things, with the attention to detail and, the warmth and that comes across in the products.
So, were there any moments on this journey being a woman that made things harder for you? Or if I can also flip the question, that even made you stronger during this journey?
Definitely, I think a lot of times you're faced with questions that I think generally men would not be asked even. My husband's an entrepreneur as well, so we're always comparing notes. A lot of times when I used to go look at new locations with him, the landlords would look at him and speak, and he'd have to say, well, it's her business. So, there are a lot of small things like that, but I do see the landscape changing. I think a lot of women are raising their hands now, and I hope that there are more opportunities and resources given to them.
While we are talking about, we just spoke about food business and home. So food business generally gets, slaughtered as, oh, what she's doing at home, she's just continuing it here. So how do you look at, what is your perception about it, and how did you navigate through it if you had come across the same comments in your career?
Yeah, so I feel like early on, I used to try and fight it because whenever I told someone I ran a business, they'd be like, oh, she's running it out of home. Like they never asked me any follow up question. They always assumed that it would be like a small business. And I used to argue with people and, like say, or like try to put my point across. But then over time, I realized, there is no need to do that. I think we will gain our visibility by doing what we do well. And I want to stay focused on that journey and stay positive on that journey.
So, talking about your journey, now let's talk something that's probably close to your heart, Joe's Farm, where you have been collaborating with women in rural Andhra Pradesh and you're bringing in a change. So, tell us more about this. What drove you into this, and how does it look on ground?
So actually, this is the idea with which I moved back to India. I wanted to this is we work with women in a small village called Ayodhya Patnam, which is my grandparents' village, and we spent a lot of summers there. We realized that these are all wives of marginal farmers, so they don't go work outside; they go work on each other's farms. So their access to uh, access to financials were very less because they completely dependent on their husband's earning and didn't have money in their own hand. So we realized making pickles is a very ingrained art. Like they all do it for their homes anyway. This is something that comes very naturally to them. So get them to come use my grandmom's recipes, make these pickles, and give, it's an extra source of income for them. And which was so interesting to see, when they say uh, a woman can change her family. I really did see that on ground because, they started telling me stories about one lady was supporting her granddaughter's education, another lady was, bought a mixer and grinder for her home. So it's really interesting to see the impact that women can have on a family in reality.
Talking about the entrepreneurship and your journey. So, if you had one magic wand and you could change something for women entrepreneurs in India, what would it be?
So access to more opportunities and resources. I think what I've seen of late is a lot of women are raising their hands, um, are ready to take up these opportunities, but I think a lot of times still men get them more than women. And I hope over the years we see that change. I think we should be appreciative of how far we've come, but also recognize how far yet we have to go.
Finally, if you want to give one piece of advice to the one who's watching this video now, who wants to have this path and want to take the leap, what would it be?
I would say believe in yourself and go for it. I was a very shy kid in school. I never imagined myself to be an entrepreneur and put myself out there. But I've realized that it takes a little bit of courage to start and then resilience to keep going.
Old Madras Baking Company. As the name suggests, it does take us all to that beautiful and delicious aroma of freshly baked buns near our homes. So, if today's conversation has sparked an idea or a dream in you, now is the time to take the leap. Thank you for watching Federal.